What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich, back to bring you your MLB props for July the 8th. Yesterday, man, super disappointed in Julio Rodriguez. He had a great spot, great matchup. The Seattle Mariners put up runs and he couldn't get it done. And like I mentioned, Kyle Schwarber, home run or bust. They pitched around him. Not a lot we can do about that. But I have something very special for you guys today. As you can see behind me over there, tons of junk out, camera stuff, audio stuff, crap everywhere, because I mentioned yesterday I'm gonna be going to a wedding over the weekend, and so I'm gonna be giving you guys exclusive access. If you watch this video, link in the description will be the drive link to my spreadsheet. So I'm not gonna be here all weekend. I didn't want to leave you guys high and dry, so I will be giving you the link to my spreadsheet so you can go through it, and I'll kind of quickly run through it for you. So it'll be a slightly different format. I'll talk about some players, but I just haven't quite had the time to do the full research that I normally do. But I will be giving you pretty much access to everything that I use every day and some of the things that I go about using. But overall, the only difference is there won't be the lines there. So you'll have to kind of look at the lines, do your research, go back and forth a little bit. I'm not gonna have time to update those over the weekend, and those are updated manually, but everything else is completely automatic, so you can sort through it, you can do whatever you gotta do. And so overall, I think it's a great opportunity for you guys to kind of check to see what I do every day behind the scenes and kind of how I build my spreadsheets out. But let's dive into it right now. And so you can see completely different format, no short list. This is just literally sorted by highest projection to lowest. But I did want to point out to you guys, you see some of the top guys that I like today. DJ LeMahieu, Schwarber still looks good. Jose Abreu is someone who's in a great spot up against Tariq Skubal. And so this slate is interesting, right? You have some really good pitchers and some guys are just not so good, right? So we'll see what happens today. But I mean, the Yankees to stack them against Seabold looks like a great move. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the White Sox today. Aaron Ashby could get destroyed by Pittsburgh. He hasn't been playing well. So there's a lot of things to like. And I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm really liking Mookie Betts. I haven't had time to put in all the lines though, but I was looking at some of the guys at the top and some of the guys that could really boom today because of their matchups. And so these are the guys I'm kind of looking at, but what I want to kind of run down with you guys is how you can really use this, right? You know, I talk about it all the time. I reference it. Some of you are very familiar with it. But again, you have your season data, which gets pulled. The last 14, this is all PrizePicks, hitters fantasy score, and the last 7. So all that's kind of there. Then you have their hits per game, total bases per game, runs per game, RBIs per game, and extra base hits per game over the last 14 days. This will automatically pull the pitcher matchup. Now, again, it's not a perfect system. I've been building it out for a while, and so most of the time it's right, but there are a couple issues, hiccups here or there. It happens. Then you have the pitch value factor, and you have the park factor, along with the actual pitching matchup value. So like you see Jose Abreu again, a guy that looks to be in a great spot here, simply because he has a great pitch value factor, and it's because Tariq Skubal's fastball has been getting hammered, and he also hits the slider very well. And I just realized you can't even see this, but as you can see over here, the fastball for Jose Abreu has been really good. He's been hitting it well, and Skubal has been getting crushed lately, and so that's one of the reasons why I do like Jose Abreu in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things to like, but that's one of them. And so, you know, you guys can sort this however you want. You can sort by who's the worst pitcher on the slate. Boom, you have that. And then so, I mean, it's not showing San Diego because there's no projected pitcher for San Francisco right now. But you can see Aaron Ashby, Connor Seabold, Skubal, Demeters, Giolito, Cortez. It's all based off of how many points they're allowing relative to their peers. Or if you want to be simple, sort by projections. Who's got the highest projection? Aaron Judge, because Aaron Judge is awesome, and he's probably going to go nuts today in Boston. Love that Boston-New York matchup. It's going to be great all weekend. Judge obviously killing it. 8.92 over his last 14, 12 over his last 7. Love the matchup. Again, the other thing is you look at the last 10 game data from MySparry. It probably won't be updated. I might have time to quickly copy paste it, update that for you. But overall, this is kind of what we're looking at today. And then so the other thing you go through, the other two sheets here, which you can't see in the video, but they are there in the tabs, is the last 14 data. And so this will show you the last 14 data for all the players, right? Doesn't matter what player it is. If they're playing games, this gets automatically updated. Their fantasy points per game, and this is what basically pulls everything. So you have the how many singles, how many doubles, home runs, extra base hits. If you want to get into the more advanced metrics, their BABIPs, their line drive rate, fly ball rate, hard hit rate, and then the same hitter pitch matchup values that I assign as well that are all based on p-val. So again, there's a lot of cool things you can kind of see here. You see Derek Hall smashing, over 1 OPS, 0.452 ISO, massive K rate, but performing at a very high level, 181 WRC plus over the last 14. So it's kind of another thing you can use to see how are these guys performing in their advanced metrics. How are they performing overall, simply beyond what I've been kind of showing you. And then the pitching matchups, right? So you can kind of take a look and see how are these pitchers performing. Now, this is on the season, so it's not the trend data. I haven't had time to build out the actual, the 30-day data. I do have it, but I don't have all of it in this type of way. So how many runs scored are they allowing per 9? Their FIP, their ERA, home run to fly ball rate, ground ball rate, line drive rate, left on base rate, their BABIP, their home run per 9. Like, everything pretty much that you would want to see from a pitcher is here on the season. Their average inning pitched. So you see Sandy Alcantara, 7.2 average innings pitched per start. You see these are kind of, this is sorted by the innings pitched, so you can kind of see who are the guys that are getting the most innings, obviously top performers. You see JV up there, Corbin Burns, who we love with his massive strikeout rate. Like, all these various things, another way to be like, okay, on the season, this is how this pitcher's been. Maybe recently hasn't been playing as well, allowing some more fantasy points, but he is a talented pitcher who can get it done in the right matchup, and so we don't necessarily want to target those guys. But overall, this is kind of a very quick, brief overview that I have for you guys. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of time, but I did want to go over it with you. So I wanted to let you know that this is going to be available. I don't know if I'll make it available permanently, but it will be available over the weekend for you guys to check out and assist you guys with your plays. And so I just wanted to give this back to you because I will be away. But as always, if you use this information, please make sure to drop me a like and subscribe for future content. Even drop me a comment saying thank you. Appreciating it. It took me a while to kind of put all this stuff together, but it is really cool. If you go through it, you can use it for player props, total bases, RBIs. I use it for everything. Whether you're looking for home run calls because you see a boost somewhere, like there's a lot of ways to use this data and a lot of ways to interpret it. Again, at the end of the day, it's just a resource, right? A resource to come up with your plays, to support your plays or not support your plays. So overall, as always, if you tail, give them hell, and if we fail, do not bail. And please, please, please pray for the Red Sox. Today could be ugly. They got Nestor Cortes on the mound. He hasn't been pitching terrible, but Connor Siebold could get crushed by the Yankees. So that's a little bit scary for me, but I'm excited to watch it for sure. And I'll see you guys all back on Monday. Have a good weekend. Make some money this week, and I'm out. Peace.